ATP, what it do with your boy Claymore Rain? Yeah, we back at it again. Back at you with another one. It's your boy Rain. Shout out to all my subscribers. If this is your first time tapping into content, I'm going to encourage you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button at the bottom of the screen right there. Right there. Hit that subscribe button, hit your bell icon so you all getting alerts when all this content is dropping. So, listen, man. Shout out to David Benavidez. If you've been hiding under a rock and you haven't been here in the algorithm, staying abreast with what's going on in boxing, let me put you on game if you don't know yet. David Benavidez made a power move yesterday, and what a power move it was. A power move that not only he needed to do for his own career, but I believe the boxing space could benefit from. Take example. Take something out the page, out the book of this play that David Benavidez ran yesterday when he reached out, instructed his team to reach out to David Morell's team to go ahead and put a fight together. And lo and behold, the boxing gods opened up the heavens and bestowed upon David Benavidez a legacy fight, a fight that makes a big difference not only for him, but for his fan base. So David Benavidez went and did what most people thought he couldn't do, and he made a fight with David Morell. Shout out to David Benavidez. Can we give him a, what's my sound effect board? Can we give him a, salute David Benavidez. Salute David Benavidez for a play that other fighters in the space could definitely learn from. A fighter who decided that he wasn't going to allow promoters and the business of boxing and the politics of boxing to put a narrative on his career. He's been through enough, and he decided, you know what? No, I got to put my foot down. Shout out to Jesse Hart. Much respect. Salute to Jesse Hart. Much respect to Jesse Hart. Hell of a fighter. Hell of a fighter. Hashtag Floyd Mayweather voice. Hell of a fighter. But at the end of the day, David Benavidez is in a different chapter in his career right now. This man is on the verge of becoming or getting an opportunity to become an undisputed light heavyweight champion, and he needs to take control of his career like a lot of other fighters do. And he did. He said, damn the narrative. I've thought about it. I wanted to fight David Morell. I let my fan base know that David Morell was a fight that I was going to try to put together for them. My fan base said, hip, hip, hooray for me for making a move like that. And then I had to retract what I said because the politics of boxing said, no, it's not time for David Morell. Fight Jesse Hart instead on an undercard fight. Be a co-main event to Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach. Let's go ahead and keep the same narrative and story, and let's keep it moving in that same direction. David said, no, sir, not for me. Much respect to everybody involved in this. That's not for me. Make a phone call. He made a phone call to his team, told his team to go ahead, reach out to David Morell's team and say, listen, let's make a fight happen. Of course, as an A side, taking the initiative to open a line of communication, taking the initiative to put an offer on the table for David Morell. And as the B side to it, David Morell gladly accepted because he as well is on the same page as David Benavidez and wishes to do something for his legacy. Moving out of a 168-pound weight class division where opportunity wasn't there because the division was being held under hostage. Held hostage by a tyrant of a champion in Canelo Alvarez. Let me stop. Maybe I'm getting in my feelings a little bit. But Canelo Alvarez holding on to those belts and not defending against these mandatories and giving the fans the fights that they want to see, it became difficult for David Morell and David Benavidez to move up and do what a lot of fighters want to do, which is become champion in that division. They made the next best decision. They didn't stay still like a lot of other fighters would do. No, they moved up to light heavyweight. They went to the next weight class division. And oh, behold, was able to attain a WBA regular title belt. And David Benavidez was able to attain a WBC interim title belt and put himself in position to be in line to fight the winner between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol to become undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world. David Benavidez wouldn't stop at that because he could have sat still, guys. He could have sat there and sat still and said, listen, I'm already in line. You want me to fight a Jesse Hart? I'll fight a Jesse Hart. That's a stay busy fight for me. No disrespect to Jesse Hart. Hell of a fighter. But at the same time, probably an easier fight for David Benavidez than what he chose to do, which was move forward, send that offer out and put a fight together with the best fighter that was available for him to fight, which is David Morell. The next best thing since Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez has got to be David Morell versus David Benavidez. David Benavidez heard the cry of his fans and answered it. He answered it promptly with results. And here we are today. So what can the boxing space pull from this? Well, what the boxing space should and could pull from this is when a fighter wants to make a fight, there's nothing that's going to get in the way of it. A fighter with the right pull, right? Not everybody can do what David Benavidez did. Let's be clear here. But the A side, the star, the guy who really is the boss can do this. He can at least attempt to do this. And we can bring this full circle as to why a lot of fans right now are holding a certain fighter to a standard. They're holding them to the standard of the face of boxing, to the standard of an A side money machine, cash cow fighter. And they say, listen, man, why have you not opened up your mouth and been vocal to your team to let them know what fights you want to happen? Why aren't offers being sent out to these fights that you say you want so bad? Why is the boxing space full of fanatics that are holding the B side accountable for what traditionally the A side would be responsible for doing? Where have the fans of boxing gone? Well, David Benavidez stayed on code and did what he was supposed to do, and we're going to get a fight. Looks like it's going to be late January, early February, where we're going to see David Benavidez and David Morell headlining the card. I'm hearing rumors of Isaac Cruz and Rayo Venezuela too being on that card, and who knows who else is going to be on that card, right? The boxing space is in good hands when fighters like this are still moving around. So once again, congratulations to David Benavidez and David Morell. Excited to see this come together. Super salute, double salute to those guys. Double salute, triple salute to those guys. And we're looking forward to see that. And let's see what your favorite fighter decides to do. Let's see how your favorite fighter carries it out. And if you're able to hold him to the same standard that David Benavidez held himself to. Keep in mind that David Benavidez is not the face of boxing, right? So we can only imagine what the face of boxing can do. Let's see if that changes anything. Maybe not in the fighters, but maybe in the fans. Let me know what you think in the comments. David Benavidez versus David Morell, late January. What does this say about David Benavidez? What does this say to you as a fan? What does this say to the boxing space? Let me know what you think. It's your boy Claymore Rain. Shout out to my subscribers. If you're not a subscriber yet, I'm going to encourage you to hit that subscribe button, hit your bell icon so you're getting alerts when all this content is dropping. And at this point, we out.